Good evening, one and all. Once again, welcome to CC Podcast. Here we are going to have a very interesting topic today and in a very interesting vertical which you would have never been listened to or never would have expected that even this vertical has got an engineer opportunity. Yes, it is a healthcare industry where many of us are not aware that many engineers are working and many engineers are expected over here. Today we have a very special guest, Mr. Sriram, who works for a group of healthcare industries, and he is focusing on many engineering stuffs. He heads the project management like procurement and engineering architecture into many verticals, and he handles about 300 team members with 27 hospitals under him. So we welcome you, sir. Welcome to CC Podcast of Campus Connection.
Good evening, all. Thank you, Sai, for a brief introduction about me. And extremely happy to be part of the campus connection, which will help the student community at large. Before I delve in deep into the healthcare industry opportunities, I would just need to brief about why healthcare industry is booming and why there are immense opportunities for all the student community doing engineering, doing architecture, or doing biomedical engineering, or even doctors for getting into the management side of it, um, admin side of it. So, as per the reports available with me, India has to have around 10,000 plus hospitals of 350 beds across India. The reason for the uh, requirement has cropped up. You are all aware of what has happened in COVID, and there was shortage of beds, shortage of oxygen, shortage of doctors, shortage of paramedics, nurses. So this is an opportunity. It was there. It is now in the sort of a booming level. But being in the industry, I've been in the industry for the last 10, 12 years. And actually, I started my career in the healthcare industry in 1998 when healthcare was, as Sai was mentioning, that is, I never thought even being a civil engineer and an ex an MBA and ex MBA have any roles in healthcare. But I had a short stint with other industry and came back to healthcare. There's an immense scope presently for the people who wanted to settle down in healthcare industry. For example, the streams of civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, architectural, biomedical engineering, there's a huge demand. Okay, now the issue or the problem is like you will not get any sort of training at your college level for what you're supposed to do. That's not nothing to worry. Here, one thing I would like to mention to all of the engineering community is that there is no industry which can exist without basically you engineers. All industry needs, not only healthcare, even banking, or even if you look at industry or even space, everywhere there is a scope. So healthcare is not a singled out industry, but healthcare has got a huge demand, and I wish all of you get some idea through this podcast conducted by Campus Connect. It's a wonderful initiative covering a huge network of colleges and the final year students. You will have anxiety to know what I should do next. So this is an opportunity. I will take you through uh, once I am in the next sessions. Of course,
So you were talking about like you are a civil engineer and you are into the healthcare industry for a couple of decades. So it's a vast experience which you would have gained. What is the scope for a mechanical or a triple E or a EC or a software engineer? Because like when it comes to healthcare, we will say like biotechnology or biomedical engineering. Yes, if it is possible to an extent, but is there any scope for a mechanical or a triple E or a EC or an IT student in a healthcare industry?
The good question, Sai. The core engineering, what we call as mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, and civil engineering, they have excellent scope because most of the engineering students are in the first year their curriculum, they are actually studying all the engineering. If I'm not wrong, the AICTE curriculum makes them to go through all the engineering in the first year, and only the specialization or the particular branch happens in the third semester. So here the reason for exposure is we don't we you the engineers don't know what field they are going to get into. For example, if they somebody is joining IOCL, a civil engineering joining IOCL, definitely you will not have any idea about mining, rigging, etc. Likewise, a person who is joining the healthcare industry, definitely he will not have an exposure, but the fundamentals of project management, of how to do a hospital, it remains same. Whatever we do come across in the civil engineering for the last 4 years, most of the fundamentals of the engineering remain same. So it is very important for you guys to be attentive on the basics of engineering, whatever engineering you study, the core engineering. And it's when you come to the industry, it is more of an application. So here, what I suggest is you need to come out of your little bit of academics and move around even during your second and third and fourth year of engineering. I have been personally been training people from NIT and other colleges in Bangalore, and we have found that a bit 6 months of training or internship, very hardcore internship with proper industry exposure makes a lot of difference for all the candidates. So there is immense scope, I would say, for the core engineering team. Even if somebody wants to come from computer science or IT, this is not a no go area, nothing like that. There'll be a little bit of training needed on what is needed to drive a healthcare. You can definitely come up the ladder. If I'm a civil engineer and I'm come up and I'm handling the entire pan India projects, I'm was like you guys. So there's nothing that is not doable, etc. It is just you have to understand what is your core liking, what is your passion. Are you at, for example, in healthcare, we have opportunities in design, we have opportunities in procurement, we have opportunities in planning, we have opportunities in execution, site execution, opportunities in quality control or opportunities in reportings and what to say cost control. So it goes like that. It's an ocean where I would say, and there is scope. There is a lot of requirement. To be very frank, I'm finding it very difficult to get the right good engineers to work with me. So there's an immense scope. Right, another next 15 to 20 years is going to be a healthcare era, I would say.
So, as a hiring expert or a person who need to hire for a healthcare vertical, what would be their expectation if you are the person who is going to hire a fresher from a core engineering? Obviously, they would have got some ideas or expertism in their own vertical, but not connected to the healthcare, as you rightly said about the civil engineers getting into the mining part. So, what is your expectation? What sort of preparation they have to make, and what would be the interview procedure you will be having? Like, many manufacturing companies will go with aptitude and technical rounds and all. So, what would be there with respect to the healthcare?
Uh, that's also a very good question, Sai, you have asked. So the requirement is like one is the aptitude of the person. Like one is we need to know one is the script. We get a lot of CVs. Like the problem with like if I get hundreds of CVs, then we keep some criterias like they should have got 70% marks throughout the engineering. It is not a hard and fast rule, but this is just a screening methodology, I'm telling. Second is we will interview the a person. I prefer a Zoom or a direct interview and understand the person in depth of what he has gone through in engineering, what is serious, or he's just done a civil engineering or electrical engineering to further go outside abroad and study, or I mean, what is his aim for coming into particular engineering? That is very important. And second thing is we look at the passion, like what he carries. We post some questions from the basics questions of whatever he has studied in civil, and if he is able to come with enthusiasm, come with lot of this thing to with lot of interest to work in whatever the complexity it arises, then we sort of hire the person. So it is like the passion, the interest in the subject, and their commitment to work in all extreme conditions, or to learn and learn and learn. That's it. There's no stopping. Even I'm learning at this age. So it is learning curve has to be there with the candidate.
Fine. So, normally when it comes to a manufacturing or their own core vertical, there'll be definitely a growth. An engineer will be growing to a senior engineer, then team lead, project manager, and so on. But will there be a growth if they come into healthcare vertical as an engineer?
Yes, that's one of the points which is wrongly understood in the industry. And when I even talk to many people who was taken civil engineering or who are opting to not to take civil engineering or electrical engineering, core engineering, there is always a wave towards the trend. So today's trend is IT, AI, MI, etc. But is that your passion is on the question you need to ask yourself. Because when I was also completing my graduation, I had an immense opportunity to go to IT industry, and my all of my colleagues are in US, all doing well. But the question I asked myself is, am I cut out for that? So my answer within me was telling, no, no, I want to stay within my field, and I want to choose my passion of being a project management expert who will be handling complex projects in the nation. See, and in India, the best part is that every state has got different laws, and we are trying to unify the laws. But it is a big challenge to work in India, but it is an opportunity also to learn. So here, when a person, for example, somebody joins my team, a person, if they are from a reputed college, we are offering even them 4 to 7 lakhs. They are absorbed as a project engineer or a project coordinator, and based on the performance and the application skills and his commitment, his growth is like in a period of 5 years, I can see them growing into a project manager. So there is an immense scope of people coming in and getting good salaries, which is equivalent to a salary of IT. Nowadays, I can understand the median salary or the starting salary of a fresher in an IT industry is dropped down drastically. So even that way, the core engineering people, if they have that passion in them, if they have the seriousness in them, drive in them, they can come up the ladder.
Wonderful. So, do you conduct any aptitude round or any sort of uh, uh, rounds where you will be checking on their mathematical skills or the analytical skills or the logical skills like other companies do? Or will there be any difficult or a different sort of interview patterns which you will be following?
I don't subscribe to an aptitude test personal, basically that is not going to give me any sort of idea about the person. I would go for a psychometric test rather, which just gives me an idea of what sort of personality, what sort of person is coming into my team. So I would give more weightage to a psychometric test. Then I would also uh, take them, asking them some practical questions on the industry, which is not at all in the book. So I would like to see the answers, very innovative answers. Only the person who's having a little bit of interest and drive can only answer it properly. It is never from the books. So that makes the difference. We understand from the way he presents. We understand how its mind is structured and whether this candidate will be able to take it forward with us. And definitely, we are also helping students. Like I'm part of team, very experienced team members who do training for the final year students in the engineering colleges, etc. So if people are interested, I mean, can get us connected and we can help them to do that also.
Fine. So, do you have any uh, specific skills which they have to be developed, like your technical skills or anything apart from their own core?
Yeah. So technical, definitely they whatever they study, they should have at least some grip of it, not on getting them 80, 100% marks, etc. When we ask, they should be able to answer it on a practical angle. And second thing is like they should have a good communication skill, because in construction industry or the healthcare industry, you need to be a very good communicator. Third is the leadership skill. Is he a good leader? Can he lead a team? Because you'll be interacting with unskilled or skilled, then sometimes doctors, you'll be interacting with paramedics, nurses, around 30 stakeholders, architects, designers, and the team members. So sometimes the CEOs. so so they have to be an excellent communication. The body language has to be good. Health has to be good. They should be a go-getter. They should be having passion and drive on whatever they do. They should have they should carry the pride on the shoulders of what they're doing. That's all very important things what we look at, Sai.
Very true, very true. So, one last question is like, you know very well, Campus Connection is into training and placements. We do training for all the engineering students, and we also place them in various verticals in the various industries. But I mean, we are adopting a concept of hire, train, and deploy. We will be initially hiring, I mean, through your support, we will be hiring the students to your organization, and then we will train them according to your needs and their requirements in the college itself, and then we will be bringing them and deploying it in your own organization. So what is your opinion on this hire, train, and deploy model?
I think that's one of the best initiative you can do. We do offer, we can extend that once you hire and screen and get the candidates, we can also help you to put them in the industry as an intern with a paid internship. This I can offer to 5 students from across the Tamil Nadu, or maybe if your campus is connected across South India, also no problem, or even India, also no issue. So we will take 5. I'm committing for five people who can be absorbed in my team, and they will get a real time experience of how to do a project, how to do handle design, how to do procurement. It will be all be and it will be very curated for them. And I will also conduct personal sessions with them. And I've seen that people, people who have been intern or gone internship with me are all placed with very high salaries, like the coming people from NIT who joined with me as an intern are now working in PwC with a salary of 12 lakhs. This is starting, I'm talking, the freshers. So these are the salaries which are not even, they are never dreamt of before even coming and approaching me. So I've seen the transformation happening in the people when they do a real time industry exposure. You guys are already doing it, so we are giving an additional boost to them by giving a real time experience in the industry. They will shed all their inhibitions. They will bring out their talent. The only ask from the industry is they have to be very innovative. They have to be very committed. They have to be focused, and they cannot what to say keep on shifting their goalposts. Like should have one aim that okay, I'm going to be in an industry and I want to be a leader in this industry.
Wonderful, Mr. Srinam. Like it was really very good input, short and a crispy input for all the engineers. And it's really a new thing which many of them don't know, that there is a scope for engineers in the healthcare vertical, because all the students being into the new world of corporates, they will be aware only it's in the core or their own vertical. So you've given a clear idea and clear scope, and you have also initiated a support for internship and the placement commitment. So it's a real awesome time spending with you. And in spite of your busy schedule, you have given us time, and you have given your inputs to all the students. Definitely, our students will be taking this, and they will definitely, get an idea of the vertical, your healthcare industry, and they'll be getting into it. So thank you so much once again on behalf of Campus Connection and CC Podcast and all our students.
Thank you, Sai. I mean, I wish the Campus Connection all the best. As a final note to all the students, you don't need to go abroad. India is a happening place right now. The economy is booming. The next 20 years belongs to India. I wish you guys just be serious on whatever domain you study and approach the experts like Sai, who have been doing a wonderful job, Campus Connection, on training the friendlier students. And definitely, we will join hands. And I would like to see many members, many students joining us and shaping up their career.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So see
Thank
you all
you.
with another vertical and then another expert uh, on in CC podcast from Campus Connection. Thank you.